fuck is wrong with you?
I like how you waited to record before you said, "The fuck is wrong with you?"
I just need you to know
No.
that Lonnie is also unhinged like you,
What do you
and
mean?
he eats his bagels raw, but he eats all bagels raw.
Mm, I'm not that way, at least.
Yeah. So,
Stop calling me unhinged, though. Like, legit, the one bagel that you're allowed to eat raw is cinnamon raisin. Yes. That is literally a unanimous decision by everybody in the world. Yes. The fact that you don't know this
because
shows
I
how
don't like cinnamon
uncultured you
raisin
are.
bagels.
Exactly. So you have no opinion in this.
Okay, anyways, I wanted to start today's episode off a little bit different.
Oh, other than talking about bagels.
Guess other than talking about bagels. Um, so I went on to Ask Reddit and I found a question. And I
Hmm.
want to read you some of the answers.
Oh yeah, because we haven't done book talk in a long time either.
I haven't had time to read.
Oh, okay, neither have I. Well, I mean, I read my fucking self-help books that I have to, but that's
Yeah,
I don't
I
want to talk
I
about
only
that.
got one more chapter in the book that I've been reading for the past month and a half.
Yeah, I just don't want to talk about self-help books. So,
Yeah. So, what's a fact that sounds like a conspiracy theory but is actually true? Back in the 80s, in an effort to crack down on homosexuals within their ranks, the US Navy spent millions of dollars to investigate a woman known only as Dorothy because undercover agents discovered that many suspected gay men all referenced this name. So they believed she might be a madam who organized gay meetings, and finding her could help ID a lot of gay men. After several years and millions of dollars of investigation, they determined that question like "Are you friends with Dorothy?" was a means of gay men identifying to each other without outing themselves in public. Dorothy never existed. The CIA attempted to use cats to spy on members of the Soviet Union. The cat was put through an hour-long surgery to put a radio transmitter in the cat's ear canal that was known as Operation Acoustic Kitty. The plan did not work. The cat got run over by a car.
a fucking poor cat.
The FBI spied on MLK Jr., gathered evidence of an affair he was having, blackmailed the shit out of him, and tried to get him to kill himself.
But when that didn't work, they ended up okay.
In 1994, the United States Air Force attempted to make a non lethal weapon that was supposed to turn you gay. It was formerly called the gay bomb, and their idea was that the bomb would contain homosexual pheromone, which would reduce whenever the bomb would be dropped. Whoever would smell slash be affected by the pheromones would theoretically turn gay, and the U.S. Air Force hoped that once the men turned gay, they would be too infatuated by each other to fight, letting American win in future wars. Obviously, this was never made, but only because they couldn't get it to work. It did win a satirical Nobel Peace Prize.
What?
I'm just gonna read one more for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In the 1950s and 1960s, the U.S. Army sprayed zinc cadmium sulfide (ZNCS) in St. Louis as part of a Cold War era military experiment to test how biological warfare agents might spread in different environments. The Army sprayed the inorganic compound, which grows bright yellow under ultraviolet light, in 20 residential areas, 13 downtown locations, and 2 5 square mile sections of the city. The Army used a variety of methods to spray the chemicals, including blowers on top of buildings, from the backs of station wagons, and via planes. The Army also sprayed the chemical during the Operation LAC in the 1957 and 1958, which involved dispersing large amount of ZNCS across the United States. Just one more thing. The U.S. has passed a bill which allows for the invasion of the Netherlands in the event of a prosecution by the huge of a U.S. service member. The United States government paid the CIA to send agents to random bars and spike people's food and drinks with LSD, mescaline, liquid THC, and other drugs, and then take notes on what happened. They also paid a guy to sit on a toilet drinking martinis while watching people have sex with prostitutes on the other side of a lonely mirror. They called it Operation Midnight Climax because the agents were all high on their own supply when they came up with the name.
I don't. This was a lot of information to take in. My brain hurts too early in the morning right now.
All we have learned from this is that the US government from the 50s to the 80s were wild.
Wild's an understatement. Unhinged, even more of an understatement. Fucking uh unstoppable.
The gay pheromone thing took me out.
I what
Spending money to figure out who Dorothy is.
a cat fucking surveillance and then it dies immediately by getting run over by a truck. I'm still stuck on that. I'm sorry, but that poor cat, like, it lost all of its 9 lives right then. If it was an 18-wheeler, holy shit.
Well, there you go. Now we can get into this episode. Cue the music.
What am I in? Help me. If it looks like I'm about to cry, I'm not. Don't worry.
All right.
It's just, God, why do I have to have long ones too? I have long stories. I don't like that. I don't like reading in general. Don't make me fucking do long ones.
We already know this that DJ doesn't read.
What'd you just say to me?
DJ doesn't read.
I do read. I have to. Sadly.
You
Sadly.
have to read self-help books.
Fuck off. Dude, seriously, all of them are extremely long. I'm looking for a short one. And I am struggling.
Are you riding
Fuck.
the struggle bus?
I saved all long stories. Are you kidding me? That was the last one. Oh. Okay.
Did you look at any of the videos that I sent you?
On what?
Instagram.
No, I haven't been on Instagram, I don't think.
Oh, I sent you a lot. I sent you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I sent you 7. Okay, wait. I'm gonna play this one for you.
What the fuck? I don't understand what the hell just happened. They zip tied?
He attempted to zip tie her and kidnap her from a drive-through.
Why? What's the point of that?
He's unhinged. He's deranged.
That's stupid.
Maybe
Like,
that's the only way he can get a woman.
that's so dumb. I'm sorry. I've been single for 4 years. No, 4 years. It has not been 5 years. No, 4 years. 4 years. It's right, four. Because I did have I dated somebody for
Oh
like
yeah, that's right.
3 months
That's right. Yeah.
in 2020. But yeah, I've been single for 4 years. I'm not gonna get that desperate. Don't you fucking talk shit, you bitch. you fucking bitch. Don't say it. Don't fucking say it. Don't say nothing.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't kidnap somebody. That's just weird.
Yeah, that's fucking dude, I'm sorry, but I'm not no.
I might kidnap you to try to get you out in public so that you can find someone. That's a different story. Um,
No.
com- completely off topic. I know that we have to start our stories and everything, but we haven't done a friend date in a while, and I'm thinking crab season's back, so friend date.
I'm not doing blue crabs though. I don't like blue crabs. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You want to go down to like Solomon's?
I'd be down to go to Solomon's.
Okay,
Because also last time we had blue crabs, I fucking cut my finger.
that
I
is true.
don't know if you remember that.
I do.
It was a pretty nasty cut
It was
too.
a very nasty cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So I'll
so
do crab legs, but not blue crab.
let's go down to Solomon's. All right.
Yeah, I'd be down to do that. All right. So let's go off to the first story, I guess. If I cannot blur, damn. Jesus Christ. All right. Anyways, let's go on to this first story of Am I the asshole for excluding my daughter's best friend from her birthday party? I had this story ready for last week and then it didn't do anything.
Okay, come on,
All
let's
right.
continue.
My 36 female daughter's 13 female birthday was last weekend. There's this trampoline park in town that offers sleepover parties where the kids could play for a few hours, watch a movie, and have a sleepover on the trampolines. Her school is very small, so there's only 20 students in her entire year. When we were booking the event, she said to only book 19 places. I asked her if she was sure she wasn't missing someone or missing out someone, but she assured me there were only 19 kids in her class and I was just misremembering. Fast forward to what? You okay? Okay.
I was
Fast
touching my
forward
nose.
to her birthday, and this girl, Camilla, shows up with an entire box full of gifts: teddy bears, perfume, candles, nail polish, flowers, chocolates, etc. I remember picking up. I remembered picking up my from school. What? I remember picking her up from school, I'm assuming is what she meant, uh, at the beginning of the school year and seeing her chatting and being friendly with Camilla, so I assumed they were quite good friends. When Camilla went up to hug my daughter and wish her a happy birthday, she lightly pushed her away and told Camilla she couldn't attend as we forgot to book her place. I apologized to Camilla and her mother and offered to talk to the people in charge and pay for her place. But my daughter insisted that Camilla couldn't come. Camilla was very distraught over this and started sobbing. I'm sorry, this is just kind of funny. I'm reading for this. I'm reading this for the first time too. Sorry.
It sounds like Camilla and your daughter are having some sort of like.
Yeah, there's some beef going on, bro. I pulled my daughter aside and asked her why Camilla couldn't join, even though they used to be friendly. And she invited every other student in her year. She said Camilla was just really weird, obsessive, and creepy, and she didn't want to be friends with her anymore. I asked her if Camilla was bullying her, and she said no. She just didn't want to be around Camilla. Camilla's mother had found out about the party through another parent, and Camilla decided to surprise my daughter, knowing she hadn't been given an invite. I returned the gifts to Camilla, apologized again, and gently told her that there wasn't enough spaces. Her mother started screaming at me, telling me that I was a grown adult woman bullying a preteen girl. I told her that it was my daughter's birthday party. She could invite whoever she wanted. She accused me of raising my daughter to be a bully and that she couldn't just invite the entire class and exclude one girl. She claimed that Camilla was my daughter's best friend and she had to be what the fuck? She had to be had the right to be invited. I don't know what the fuck they messed that up so much. I told her that my daughter's a teenager now, not a 5-year-old. She can't be forced to invite the entire class just to be nice. I said that I didn't want to raise a doormat. I didn't want to teach her to value the feelings of others at the expense of her own. If my daughter feels uncomfortable around someone, then I prioritize her well-being over that of a stranger's. Camilla's mother is now talking to the teachers to punish my daughter for bullying. I've tried I've tried explaining to her that my daughter was simply setting her boundaries and she shouldn't have to face consequences for that. Camilla's mother said that I was an evil bitch who took joy in bullying little girls. Am I the asshole?
No. So clearly it does seem like Camilla has like some weird like
Obsession with her?
obsession with her.
But she
Um
got all of that.
Knowing that she wasn't invited.
Yeah, like that
Like
was
it seems like to me this was your daughter making a very big statement of we are not friends.
yeah. Like she got
Like
her teddy bears,
nail
perfume,
polish,
candles, nail
perfume.
polish, flowers, chocolates, etc. Like there was even more. Like, bro,
Wait,
what?
but here's my thing, because that's creepy to me, okay?
Hmm.
The mom bought all of that stuff.
Yeah. The
Like
mom
it's
didn't find that weird?
that's creepy. So fucking I'm gonna out myself with how many weird experiences I've had with men with this.
What a
Um,
shocker. What a shocker that men are weird.
well, I can't even say men. This was a fucking like child at the time. I was
Mhm.
a child at the time. So I was in elementary school. I want to say I was in like fourth or fifth grade. Um, and there was this guy who like became really obsessed with me. And I was like, don't like you. Like, I'm good.
Mhm.
One day he gifted me a diamond necklace.
Oh, what?
I brought it home and my mom said, "Oh, hell no. Give it back," because she assumed that he stole it to give it to me.
Probably stole it from his mom.
Oh, this story is not going where you think it's going, DJ. I give it back to him.
Mhm.
He takes it and I say, "Thank you." Still not like I still don't like you. You're weird to me. Um, I'm good. Mom said I can't have this. Here you go. Take it back. There's the parent teacher night, like the within the first few weeks of school and everything.
Mhm.
My mom comes, my dad comes. His mom is working the greeting table and she goes, "Oh, my future in-laws. Hi.
That's weird.
My son told me that you guys didn't that you guys told her that she couldn't keep the necklace, but it's fine. I bought it specifically for her."
What? How much money they got to just be dropping diamond necklaces on a child?
On an 8-year-old.
Like, what?
On an 8-year-old.
Something wrong with that family.
Yeah.
That family is
So,
weird.
for her to go to the school and go, "This is bullying. You can't invite the entire class and exclude my daughter." Yes, she can.
Yeah.
It is her choice. It is not on school grounds, nor
Mm-mm.
was the mom bullying. The mom was like, "I'm really sorry. This is my daughter's choice at the end of the day. It is her birthday party, and I can't force her to like
Invite
ignore her
everybody.
boundaries."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, your daughter's also like, I'm gonna be honest, your daughter is kind of being weird.
Creepy. But
This is creepy to me. If I saw this of somebody like coming up to my child with this, saying they're best friends, mind you, at 13, my mom knew who my best friend was. My best friend was always at my house.
mhm.
I was always hanging like we were friends when I was like 13.
Mhm.
At
And
that
I was
point
like
I had just
15.
met Molly. I
Yeah.
was constantly hanging out with Molly.
Yeah.
My mom knew Molly. My mom would drop me off at Molly's house like almost every other weekend. Or
Mhm.
Molly would come to my house. Like it was okay. This is my daughter's best friend.
Yeah.
In high school, my mom knew Shannon, who was my best friend. Shannon came over to our house all the time. If
Mhm.
my parents were out of town, guess what? Shannon's over at the house.
Yeah.
You know these things about your children. So it's a little weird that you're claiming that our daughters are best friends, but
Like, I had a few best friends, and I only invited them to
yeah,
if I ever had a birthday
yeah,
party. Like,
I
I didn't even invite, like, regular friends. Like,
no.
because 1, I mean, like, couldn't afford huge parties, but, like
I did a
like,
roller skating party once. I think it was only like 10 people.
I, uh, I I don't know what my most expensive birthday was.
But on top of that, my cousin has this best friend since like childhood.
Mhm.
They have been best friends for so long. Like his parents and him are invited to like family functions.
Mhm.
Like when you're best friends with someone, they get intrigated, intro. I cannot say that word. Anyways, they become part of the family.
Yeah.
Like birthday parties, he was always there. His parents were always there. Like I'm sorry, your friend and this girl, like this, your daughter and whatever. See, not friends.
You know
Your
what's
daughter.
sad, though?
Hmm,
People found her the asshole. Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
No,
People found her to be the asshole.
because she didn't force her daughter to disrespect her boundaries.
I guess so. Because they thought it was, like, actual bullying, I guess.
I don't see that as bullying
I don't
though.
either.
You
Like,
showed up knowing that you were not invited.
yeah. Like, with a what I feel like
I went to a small school. My graduating class was 6 people.
yeah.
When we did our senior skip day, there were 2 people that we did not get along with at all, the entire class.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I lied. There were 8 people. And we did not invite those 2 people to do this stuff with us.
Mhm.
They became aware of it. They're the ones that sold us out like to school and everything that we were doing senior skip day and all of that stuff. And but we said, "Okay, that's great and all, but we don't like you. We don't get along with you. Why are we going to want to spend a day with you outside of school doing our own thing?"
Yeah.
That's not bullying. That's just saying, "I don't like you. I don't want to spend time with you
Yeah.
outside of a place where I have to spend time with you."
I I didn't realize I was popular until after high school. Like, people told me that after. I was just like, I didn't know that, like, because
I don't think
thinking
it
about it
was.
now, I could really fit into a lot of different groups. Like,
Yeah.
I was able to go into a lot of different groups and just be like that, like with whatever group.
You
I
got
didn't realize.
charisma.
Yeah, I had charisma. I don't know. I don't now. I don't know what changed, but like I didn't realize it at the time. Like that people would kind of gravitate towards me um and then like use my popularity uh for themselves
Hmm,
to get into relationships with other people.
that's weird.
Yeah, like apparently there was like a group of like 5 guys, didn't realize it at the time, that Like I would, talk, like I rode the bus with them. That was about it. Like I didn't really actually talk to them other than that, except for when we were on the bus, and that was it. And apparently, because I did have a few people come up to me and like hit on me and stuff like that back then, and I would tell them like, "Hey, like appreciate the offer, but I'm in a relationship. Like, sorry." And apparently, these guys immediately after would show up to them and be like, "Hey, like, I see this guy all the time. I'm like his best friend. Like, if you want to date me, I mean, we're on really good terms and yada." I'm like, I didn't know this until like recently that that's how a few of these, like, when I heard that at the time
Yikes.
that they were in relationships, I was like, it's good for you finally getting a girlfriend. There you go. That's what's up. And then, yeah, but now after being told that, I'm like, damn, they really was like
That's too gross.
fucking just going after the people. They were really okay with being second best. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't understand how the internet voted this woman the asshole. She's
I agree with
not.
the top comment, but I don't think she's the asshole.
Okay, what's the top comment?
So that the top comment is, "You're the asshole. Real issue here is your daughter lied to you about the class size, so she could exclude this one person. It's possible that Camilla makes your daughter uncomfortable, but it's also possible that your daughter is being unnecessarily mean. With teenagers, it could go either way. I think you should go to the school and find out what's going on. You have no way of knowing if your daughter actually is being a bully until you find out for yourself. If she is bullying your Camilla, you need to know so you can correct the behavior. Don't be so quick to believe your daughter is innocent here. Someone told Camilla she could come to this party. Ask yourself this question: how did Camilla know where the party was and what time it started? Edit. Just so you all know, OP added the information about Camilla's mom finding out the party details from another parent after the majority of people voted her the asshole and suggested that her daughter was a mean girl. I was one of the first people who commented on this post, and that bit of info wasn't there. OP is as manipulative as her daughter is.
I don't think that that's manipulative.
Mm-mm.
I
Just
don't.
because you're editing something doesn't,
It doesn't
like,
mean that you're manipulative.
trying to add more
Manipulative
information.
is the story that we read last week where the like, you know, the friend with the whole culture story
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, I was a lot more like meaner to what I said than like what I put in the post." That's manipulative.
Mhm.
OP didn't see that originally as a key detail, realized, "Oh shit, I missed some context. Let me add it in.
Mhm.
Here's the context of how she ended up at the party." That's
Mhm.
not manipulative. That's giving more context so that you can have a clearer understanding so that you can continue to make a judgment.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
There I will say
It's
when the this is one that I don't agree with Reddit on. Most of the time, I tend to agree with what Reddit says, the consensus of if someone's an asshole or not. This one, no, I don't think
mm-mm.
she's an asshole. And the fact that Cressida's mother is already going around saying she bullied my daughter, that's not what happened.
No. Like, I I think the daughter was uncomfortable, so she didn't want her there,
Yeah.
which is understandable. And,
You're allowed to not invite people that you don't like to your birthday.
like, I feel like maybe Camilla did find out through one of the other kids, because I mean, kids are gonna be excited, talk about parties, all
Yeah.
that. So she probably found out about that, told her mom about it, and then her mom probably asked another fucking parent, like, "Hey, do you have, like, I may have lost the invitation. Do you have like the details for the invitation or something like that?"
I
So
mean, it could have just been a
it could
simple
have
thing of
been,
texting another parent and
yeah.
going, "Hey, what's the address and time for this party
Hmm.
that's happening?"
Yeah.
And another parent, not knowing all of the details of the situation, can easily send it over.
Hmm. Like,
Things like
I
that
mean,
happen all the time.
literally the mom. offered to pay the workers for another spot.
And the daughter said, "No,
Yeah,
I don't want her here."
yeah. She said specifically she's like obsessive and like it makes her feel uncomfortable if she was there because of how obsessive and creepy she kind of is.
So
Like,
I'm not going to make my child uncomfortable on their birthday to appease
mhm,
somebody else's emotions. And the OP even says, "I'm not raising a child who's going to put other people's emotions before her own." She
mhm,
specifically stated, "I'm not raising a child like a people pleaser," which makes people upset.
yeah, which is whatever. Like, deal with it.
Like, be
The
upset.
whole
I
point.
don't I don't care. I'm not raising a child. I'm
Mm,
not raising a people pleaser. Fuck no. Stand your ground.
yeah.
If you're not happy with something, speak up.
Mhm.
Don't just let it slide because you're nervous or you don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings. Hurt their feelings.
Mhm.
Unpopular opinion, people need to get their feelings hurt sometimes.
Yeah. It builds character. As much as I hate to say it, it does build character. Like you really think you're gonna go throughout life never being rejected by something? That's literally impossible. And
Literally,
if you
women
never get
cannot
rejected,
reject men out of fear. A woman rejected a man at a park and got her face beaten by a brick. With a brick, not by a brick.
I was about
But
to say,
he beat her face in with a brick
the fuck, bro?
because she wouldn't give him her number.
Who the fuck?
Raise your kids better.
That's what I'm worried about with like. So I don't,
You're editing this, so you can cut this out.
I don't like. That's not about. I'm not worried about doing that. It's
Oh no, you're not.
what? Okay.
Oh, you're worried about if you have a daughter?
No. Um, I worry about only children. Like
Mm,
an only child because they are spoiled usually most of the time
you're so spoiled.
and they are given literally everything.
Yeah.
So they have never really been told no.
I wonder if Cressida's an only child.
Huh?
The Cassandra, what's her name?
Camilla.
Camilla.
I was
I
like,
don't know.
who?
I
She
was
could
watching
be.
Bridgerton. Cressida is a character in Bridgerton.
Never watched
Um,
it. I don't have Netflix.
that's right. We've been over this. Never mind. I
Yeah,
wonder if she's an only child
it's possible.
because the way that the moms are acting to being told no,
Yeah.
her child being told no
I think
is
her and
strange.
her mother are both only like they were only child like they were
Yeah,
the only
could be.
children or whatever the fuck. I don't know how to say it. It sounds weird by saying only child. Like an only child and only child.
That's it.
That just sounds so weird.
Okay. Are
It
we ready
sounds
for the
so
next one?
weird. Huh?
Are we ready for the next one?
I'm not ready to read a long fucking story, but yeah. All right. Am I the asshole for encouraging my children to disrespect their uncle? This one hit home for me. No, I'm just joking. I haven't read this one, but I was ready for this one though.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Let's figure it out.
In 2013, my mother was a new widow, and we bought and we bought out her remaining mortgage on her home. Mom has been living in that home since, but now has Parkinson's. My brother Nate moved in to help take care of her. Nate had a home health background, so I thought it would it would be great. Sorry, this is weird. The way things are, yeah. Anyways, my daughter, 17, she picked up my son, 19, Parker, from college. My family and I were going on vacation for Memorial Day. Uh Parker and Sky made a slight detour to see their grandma. It was about 7 p.m. and the house was dark, and they let themselves in. The place was disgusting as a teenager, was disgusting. As a teenager, Sky started a live stream and badmouthed her uncle, who was supposed to take care of my mother and the house. They got to the kitchen and moldy dishes and bugs are everywhere. My brother comes out screaming at my children for trespassing and ripping my daughter's phone out of her hand and throwing it. Okay, I'm starting to understand why they are disrespecting him. All right, this is kind of wild. My daughter's friends and a cousin on my hubby's side see it, and the police are called. I'm called, and instead of making our flight for our trip, we're cleaning up my mom's home. Thankfully, my mom's room was clean and her bathroom also. But my brother let the house go to shit and hasn't been cleaning it or doing dishes unless he knew we were coming over and we would show up. I reminded him it is technically our home and we paid off the mortgage taxes. The deeds and titles are in my name, so my kids can stop by and visit their granny whenever they want. Nate goes into how Sky recorded him and the home, making him look bad. He may face some legal issues and neglect because of what people are saying on TikTok, and the police did come to talk to my brother about it. So instead of going away for the weekend cruise, my family is out thousands of dollars and is pissed at Nate. Nate is angry at Sky. My mother is I don't okay. My husband wants to evict my brother and get a private nurse because my brother can no longer be trusted in our home to take care of mom. My brother acts like he forgot we bought the home and saying the situation isn't fair to him because he was acting like mom told him he could have her house for taking care of her and doesn't know what is really going on. And he's been fighting with Sky and Parker. Sky refuses to help us clean if Nate is there, and my husband wants to press charges and sue my brother, but I want to first clean up the house and focus on mom, and all sides are mad at me. The fuck? Why are all sides mad at you?
Because she's not doing anything.
'Cause she just wants to clean up the house so her mom can fucking be, in a
There
clean
I
house.
understand that, but there are other things to look at in this
Yeah,
story.
I get it. It's just, like she's trying to focus on, one thing at a time. But update. Do you want the update now?
Let me get what
Okay.
I need to say out. This is elder abuse and elder neglect.
Mhm.
Um, the mom, I'm assuming, is like my grandma. I love her so much. But my uncle could get away with anything. My uncle did get away with anything for a very, very long time
Yeah.
because he's the baby of the family.
Mhm.
Um, so the uncle is wrong. Moldy? Moldy.
Yeah, that's nasty.
That's disgusting.
You might as well just throw away those dishes.
That's you're not saving that.
Mm-mm.
And
That
then
means how many times did that happen though? Because that means you were just cleaning off the mold and then reusing that.
he only cleaned when they were coming.
Mhm.
So and to sit there and immediately as soon as you see your niece to say you're trespassing, rip the phone out of her hand,
Mhm.
that's assault right there. That is
Mhm.
assault right there. Why are you touching someone? Why are you touching someone else's property? Charges do need to be pressed. If it
Like,
if it is actually elder abuse and elder neglect, the police actually can't ignore that.
mhm.
It's like with domestic violence. Just because you say no, I don't want to press charges doesn't mean they cannot press charges.
Because technically this is your job too.
It is your job. Yeah, it is your job.
So one, you're being fired.
You
You're
can
being
lose your
evicted.
license
Yeah.
because of
Like
this. I
you're
agree
not.
with the husband. You need to press charges.
Mhm.
You need to hire a professional.
Yeah.
Your mom was living in this.
I know that they were saying that her room was clean, but like still
M- Mold spores. If she left her room
she could have easily gotten so sick so fast and then just
and she has Parkinson's.
mhm.
Come on.
Mhm.
What the fuck?
I don't know why, like Like, clearly, I don't think you're taking care of her all
You're
the
not.
time.
You're
Like,
not.
you can clean around the house. What else are you doing in that house?
And for the mom to say, like, "Oh, you can have my house," that's she knows it's not her house anymore.
Mhm.
That's you don't get to make those decisions.
Yeah.
And for the brother to just conveniently forget that, those kids are allowed to go on that property whenever.
Mhm.
It is technically their parents' home.
Mhm.
Like, you're not mad that, like, they recorded you. You're mad that there's evidence to back up
Yeah.
your neglect and your abuse.
I kinda I wish this video was still on TikTok so that way I could actually go see it. I wanna see
Um,
because it's saying that TikTok was the
what
thing.
what's the story title?
Um, am I the asshole for encouraging my children to disrespect their uncle? Because if this since it was live streamed, you think it could have been saved?
It definitely was. I'm trying to see. No, a lot of this is other stuff about like disrespect, blah blah blah. I'm a
Well, the
boomer and
uncle's name
I'm
is Nate.
angry. Huh?
The uncle's name is Nate. I don't know if that helps. And it's Sky and then uh Sky and Patrick are the kids.
Nate Taylor is the person that keeps coming up, and he actually looks really cute with his niece or nephew. I don't know. He's like super cute with the baby.
Okay, then that's not gonna yeah. All right.
That was just, he was like,
I guess
I can't wait to be a dad. Look at you, you're so cute and
yeah,
little. So that's not this
yeah.
Nate. So yeah.
No.
Um,
That's all right though.
yeah.
But yeah, charges definitely need to be pressed against Nate.
Uh
Like
yeah, 100%.
you're putting your mom at risk, bro. How you gonna do that? You
You
agreed to do this.
assaulted your niece.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, just
You're
because I
putting your
feel like
mother at risk.
is
You're
the
assaulting your
yeah,
niece. Like, you're unhinged.
yeah, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. That's wild.
What's this update?
All right, so the update is I told my husband we will start contacting lawyers on Monday. I feel like the police will be involved because there has been multiple wellness checks on the house. As my husband, as my husband, I clean. What? That was weird. My son has been sitting with my mom, and a social worker came by and talked to her, and both police and social worker has talked to my family members. I'm not sure what's happening, but I am taking uh I'm not gonna anyways, stay in home temporarily as we look for care. I can't for some reason my mind can't deal with acronyms right now.
What was the acronym?
FMLA.
It's family medical leave. It's family leave.
I can't do acronyms right now.
It's family medical leave.
Okay, what's the A stand for then?
Um, I no, I'm just saying that's what it is.
But yeah,
So,
I can't do with
Family
acronyms, bro.
Medical Leave Act.
Okay,
Um,
I can't deal with acronyms.
so I will say if a social worker is already involved, the police are looking at this as a
Yeah,
neglect abuse case.
yeah. Considering there's
So,
also been multiple wellness checks too.
yeah, so they're no matter what at this point, charges being pressed is out of the family's hand.
Hmm.
It is the state at this point pressing
Yeah,
charges because of this video that came out.
But this also came out a week ago, so maybe that's why the videos are no longer on TikTok right now. Is because they need to be taken down, but they're still saved as evidence. You know, so maybe that's why.
Um,
Um,
just so that you're aware, approximately 1 in 10 Americans over the age of 60 have experienced some sort of elder abuse. Some estimates range as high as 5 million elders who are abused each year. One study estimated that only 1 in 24 cases of abuse are reported to authorities.
what's the age range?
Over the age of 60.
Interesting. 60 is elder and over. 60 and older is elder.
Well, typically that's around the time that people are starting to retire. We won't be able to.
85,
Yep.
which is sad. Unless we're making millions.
Um,
Unless we are making a shit ton of money. I mean, a crap ton.
for anyone born in 1960 or later, full retirement benefits are payable at age of 67.
60s and later?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Um
60s and earlier, probably.
yeah, it's still saying 67 for workers born 1960 or later who are eligible for retirement benefits at age 62 in 2022 or later.
That's a damn lie. No, I don't believe that for a fact.
It's but
That's,
they're also saying that Social Security is gonna run out by the time we're elders,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
which I'm not understanding because we're all paying Social Security. Okay, anyways, I'm not getting into that.
No, we're not.
What's the top comment?
One second. Top comment Wills. Uh, it doesn't matter what your mom told your brother or whatever fantasy he may believe. If you have legal proof that the house belongs to you, well, that's what counts.
Yep.
Evict the inept caretaker and let the chips fall where they may. You got video proof of how the house was really kept or whatever, not the hassle. So, yeah.
The mother's gonna try to protect her kid no matter what. Like, let's be honest, like, that's
Yeah,
all
but she
this
has
is.
Parkinson's, so she doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but she's still gonna try to protect her child, but it's like your child was literally abusing you.
Yeah. So the thing is like because she has Parkinson's, technically her shit's not gonna. I don't know. Is it really gonna count? Like whatever she says?
Um, so it only causes unintentional or uncontrollable movements such as shaking, stiffness, and
Yeah, it's like
difficulty.
what's his face has from Back to the Future.
Yeah,
But it
so
doesn't.
the thing is that so social workers are trained to basically get the truth out of you, and they know which questions to ask and which questions not to ask and everything. Um, her testimony is still gonna be taken into account, but it's gonna be
You
taken
think
into
so?
account with the idea that it is her child
Mm-hmm.
and under the idea that she's still accepting the abuse that she's gone under. So it's like how so you have to think about it in the sense of domestic violence victims, whenever something happens where their abuser is being called out for being their abuser, they
Mm-hmm.
immediately start blaming themselves and saying, no, like that's not what happened. I'm the one that caused this. It's my fault. It's my fault. Trying to because they know that it's going to be worse for them
Yeah.
afterwards. So you have to think about it in the same sense of one, like she's trying to protect her child, but like think about the conditioning that he probably put her under because she also never once to her other children when they came to visit like mentioned that this isn't how the house always looks. Didn't mention that like the mold or any of that other stuff. Like she didn't mention any of that.
I'm really wondering how often she actually left her room though.
That
Like,
as well.
cause even if she has Parkinson's, you should still be taking her out for, like, what, regular walks or something outside, something like that? At least, like, once or twice a week
Well, so here's my
to
thing,
get fresh
if
air.
she has to have somebody there as a full-time caregiver, then it probably has progressed to a state where she is kind of, immobile almost of, like,
Yeah, but
she has very limited mobility, but still, you should s yes, you should still be taking people outside.
yeah,
Being outside is important, you need vitamin D, you get
yeah,
vitamin D from the sun.
you can still put them in, like, a wheelchair and wheel them around and everything like that. That's what I mean by, like, walks and everything. Like,
Yeah.
even if you're the one, like, walking the entire time, like, they still need to be outside, get the fresh air, get the whole vitamin D, do all of that stuff. Like, why why is she seeming like she's been cooped up the entire time,
'Cause she
you know?
probably has been.
Yeah.
And that might be something that she unknowingly tells the social worker, which also progresses into the neglect aspect of
Mhm,
caregivers should not be doing that.
mhm.
My mom always says this, I will say it, I reiterate it. There's a special place in hell that of people who take advantage and abuse old people
Or people that don't know how to speak
with
certain languages,
disabilities, anything like that. There's a special place in hell for you.
or people that, don't speak or know full English or your own language. Talking about your story from last week.
Oh, the dude that took advantage
Yeah,
of the woman who couldn't speak. Oh my god, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. People
I
who
would
just take advantage of other people, like, there's no reason.
like, you're taking advantage of people for the benefit of your own, like, fuck you. I'm sorry. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
No, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. We're already an hour in, DJ.
I can do one more story.
Okay.
Like, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, I have, like, 5 more stories, but yeah,
We'll
this is
read them.
fine.
We'll read
Huh?
them a different time. I said we'll read them a different time.
Yeah. I just have more for next time. So this one is, am I the asshole for tricking my brother into selling me his half of our childhood home and then demolishing it?
I almost read this one today. I literally saw it. It was literally pulled up, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to read this one or not.
Yeah. I Before I came in, I was just like, let me get a few more because I came back. I was like, I had 4 stories originally. Only had 2. Don't know what happened to the other ones.
Yeah.
So here we go. My mom and dad divorced when I was young. My brother loved the fact that our mom had no rules for him, so he went with her. I abided by the custody agreement because I had no choice in the matter. My mom loves us both, but she dotes on my brother like he farts perfume. Like he farts perfume. My dad
Oh.
kept the house. He had to buy my mom out. It was an old house built in 1953. It had old wiring and was really less than suitable for modern life. What it did have, though, was a huge yard, and that was great growing up. My dad passed away during COVID. He left everything equally between my brother and I. I wanted the house. I told my brother that we should tear it down and put in infill housing like the neighborhood is zoned for. He just wanted money. I bought out his half of the house at the market value. It was sold as a teardown. We took the money and bought a car and went on vacation. He still has money left. Then I had the house demolished and built a fourplex. Each unit has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a small yard, and a garage. I kept one unit for myself and rent each of the other units for 2,000 a month. My mortgage is 1,800 a month for the entire thing. So basically, I live free and bank 4 grand a month. Damn, bro.
I hate landlords.
Okay, but that's actually fucking like,
To say I bank, you have to pay mortgage on the other 2 houses.
yeah, I know. But
So you're not
well,
banking.
the whole entire unit
So all
is 18.
no, but there's 3 units.
Yeah, but the entire like no, the entire
Property.
plex is
S
18 a month.
Okay, then you shouldn't be charging okay,
Two
whatever.
grand.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would think
No,
900.
I hate
Yeah.
landlords that do that shit. Like,
Yeah, it pisses me off, but damn, that's a lot of money.
no,
Like,
I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just saying you're a piece of shit.
yeah.
Anyways, continuing.
My brother is pissed that I didn't give him a unit to live in for him since it was his home too. I actually offered to sell him one at a cost, and he said no. I'm lost. I offered him a partnership. I paid a fair price. I offered to sell him a unit. I did everything to try and be fair. He thinks I tricked him because I get free money every month. Our mom said she would be cutting me out of her will and giving everything to him if I didn't give him a unit or the income from one. I agreed that was fair and said that I would no longer feel the need to contribute to her upkeep or retirement when the time came. I am being bombarded by the two of them, but I took the risks. I took on the debt. This is my money now. I gotta side with them.
I gotta side with him. Like, this
I
is the
don't.
thing of the brother didn't see the opportunity in front of him, just wanted the quick cash, got the quick cash,
Yeah,
and is now upset that his brother is gradually earning a large sum of money and goes, that should be mine too.
yeah,
Mom.
yeah. They're banking because I mean they're banking what 4 grand a month. They said
Okay, hold on. Quick math. Quick
so.
math.
That's 48,
4,000.
40. Yeah, 48,000 a year.
Yeah.
And technically, you're not paying for mortgage. You're only paying for electric at that point in water.
You still have to pay property taxes.
Yeah, and the property taxes. So
And
which
technically technically it is a business, so you might also have some sort of taxes that you have to pay at the end of the year
yeah,
and
maybe.
everything.
So at most, I think you're probably saving maybe what 30K a year.
Most likely.
Which still
It's
not
still
bad.
nice.
Yeah.
Not bad. It seems like he's still also working as well. Like, it
Mhm.
doesn't seem like he's just a landlord. It just seems like this is like,
Yeah.
he saw an opportunity and he took it.
Yeah. And he offered to sell like
A unit to
the
his
unit to
brother.
him. Like
You
I don't
had the
understand.
money to buy it, but
Yeah.
I'm not just going to give you something for free just because you're family. I hate that. I despise that so much when people are like, but it's
Also
family.
offered a partnership too.
Yeah.
Like
And for the mom to be like, well, if you don't just give this to him, I'm going to kick you out of the will.
that's wild.
Bye.
Yeah.
Kick me out of the will.
Wild.
But I'm also not going to talk to you.
Exactly. Like I'm sorry that's not my problem anymore.
It's
Like
literally not my problem.
yeah. I don't know.
Literally not my problem. Goodbye. Bye bye.
Yeah. I don't know.
Were they found the asshole?
No, they're not the asshole.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Um
So top comment is clearly not the asshole. OP responds, my mom and him disagree. I've even offered to sell him a unit at market value. He does not have enough and he can't qualify for a mortgage. If he had come in at the beginning, we could have each unit had a unit for ourselves and 2,000 a month or income from other unit with zero mortgage. Next comment is not the asshole. You bought his half of the house. You paid him. He wanted the money. His share of the money was spent buying cars and going on holiday. Your share of the money was spent investing. He's just pissed and bitter because he made a bad choice and you made better choices. And now he's acting like he is entitled to your good decision because he's your brother. Also, mom is in the wrong for the heavy and outright blackmail ultimatum she put on you. Money really does bring the bad out in people.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Person's asshole enthusiast. Like, what the fuck?
Um, so somebody goes, oh, so OP responds to that comment and goes, that's the thing though. If he had listened to me, he wouldn't have to pay rent. Can you imagine life where you have a full-time job, live rent fee, and have an extra $2,000 a month? You could go on almost any vacation and pay for any car without it coming out of his wages.
Mhm.
Somebody else goes, info. Did you tell your brother all about your plans for the land, or did you just offer to buy his share? OP says, I literally laid out a business plan for him. He would have to contribute half of the cash in the house. In return, he would get 2 units. He could do whatever he wanted with them, live in one, rent both, configure his 2 units, and to make a bigger unit, whatever he had decided. Somebody goes, I mean, it sounds like a fair deal. He probably regretted his choice now that he's seen what he could have been. And OP goes, he will inherit a dog and a Hyundai. Big whoop. Referring to like what his mom's like is going to be in his mom's will.
Mm.
And somebody goes, depending on the age of the dog, maybe not even the dog.
That's so fucked, bro.
Not wrong. Somebody goes, you asked in every step of the way, and Obi goes, I love my idiot brother.
What the fuck, man? I'm trying to like. How are you scrolling through these so
Oh,
fast?
I did a search bar for this.
What the fuck? How'd you?
Control F, and then I typed in OP's username. Somebody goes, not the asshole. And what does your mother even have in her will if she needs you to subsidize her retirement? A pug and a Hyundai. Conda.
The fuck, man?
Shannon has a Hyundai Kona. Have you tried being related and less stupid people? Have you tried being related to less stupid people? And OP goes, if I saw that as a prescription, I would definitely talk to my doctor about it.
Bro, what the fuck?
Somebody goes, not the asshole. He has more remorse that he didn't make the right decisions. And OP goes, but he has a really nice car.
A really nice car. Okay.
Somebody says, by the way, what type of perfume? Because like the brother like
Farted perfume or whatever.
Yeah. He goes, whatever the female equivalent is to Drake Noir is.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
OP is like so sassy and quick with the comebacks in the comments. I'm loving it.
They have so much time on their hands. You know what I mean? They can technically, do whatever they want.
And they even said like, work a full-time job and then you have an extra X amount of money. I can buy whatever car I want without it coming out of my wages.
That I want, anything.
I can go on the trips that I want without it coming out of my wages. Like, I'm not saying that this is a bad business plan. Like, it's actually a good business plan. And honestly, if OP is a good landlord, I'm not going to say anything about it. People do have to rent. They're like, unfortunately, it's a thing. Some people rent. Like, they're not.
That's wild. $2,000 a month.
No, 4. He has 2 units.
No. He's charging each unit $2,000.
$2,000 a month. Yeah. No, and I'm not disagreeing. That's ridiculous, especially when your thing is only whatever. But also, like, I don't know.
Each unit is 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. So honestly,
that's actually not bad.
Yeah, it's really
that's what my house is.
And it has a small yard and a garage.
So it's my house.
Yeah. So
I mean, to be fair, I mean that's what people pay in this area for this house.
Yeah.
So I can't say that I'm mad about it.
That's kind of normal nowadays.
Yeah. So
honestly, actually, that might be cheaper than some of the places in your area. Because I looked in your area and like the cheapest I was finding was like 23, 24.
So the average rent in the US is $1,500 a month right now.
Yeah, but there's also
for a 2-bedroom apartment, renters can expect an average of $2,500,
which is sad. So really, they're shooting under.
Yeah.
By a lot, because that was for 2 bedrooms.
So what type of rent should I be charging for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house? Yeah, so like in our area, it's $2,500 for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
So
3-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
3,000. Yeah, it's around 3,000 for a 3-bedroom in our area,
which is
way cheaper. Ridiculous.
Yeah. So they are charging way cheaper.
So the average rent for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house is $3,000. The average income in our area is 5,400, like $54,000.
What?
So that's 50% of your income.
Mm-hmm. It's for a living.
And you wouldn't qualify
Yeah, because you need to make what 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah. But
I
also
I couldn't qualify.
they also want you to usually it's also like
First
three
month's,
people
last month's rent plus a deposit.
plus your left kidney and
And you have
right
to have a
foot.
good credit score.
Yeah.
And you have to have recommendations.
And the soul of your firstborn child.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And
then you can rent possibly for 6 months.
oh, and then you also have to pay a fee to apply to rent.
Yeah. Of at least $75.
Yep. And you're not even guaranteed.
Yeah. Yay. Living. Fucking love this place.
I hate that so much. Okay.
Basic necessities cost so much. Basic living expenses. Yay.
Okay. Well,
But yeah, anyways, that's it for this week's episode, I guess.
make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube and give us 5-star ratings on the podcast platform that you are listening to us on.
Spotify, Amazon Music, and apparently Apple
Apple.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. So apparently we're on Apple Podcast.
We're also on iHeartRadio.
Apparently so. I didn't know that. That's news to me, I guess.
I literally texted it to you
I
when I
thought you
told you.
only said Apple Podcast.
No, I literally afterwards said that we are also on iHeart.
How
Somebody
far
just
back did
texted
you
me
text
hi
me?
question mark.
Huh?
Somebody just texted me hi question mark.
Oh yeah, you did say iHeartRadio. My bad. Because you said we're on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Google, and YouTube.
Yeah. Which
High question mark?
yes.
Like HIGH or HI?
HI.
Hi?
No previous messages with this person.
Do you have a name for it or no?
And it's not iMessage. No.
Block?
Okay. Anyways, that's all we have for you today. So bye.
Yeah.